Seven Your Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. What's up? This is Dennis Luby, Save Your Legs Media, and welcome. We are here to bring you. It's stage two, I believe, of stage two of Pyrenees. Is it stage two? No, stage three of Pyrenees and stage two of Terreno Adriatico. So it's getting confusing because there's a lot going on, and I'm just posting stuff so much nonstop all day. So let me come over so I can make some room for my graphics and my graphics and my video. So let's say firstly we're going to talk about the time trial, the team time trial, which you don't see much of nowadays. It's so nice to see the team time trial at Pyrenees, where the Visma team have the big hitters like Mario Jorgensen and Jonas Vingegaard. They had a brain fart just now, really quickly, but basically Visma Lisa Bike went in as the favorites. The person who was up on like who had the best time or closest to GC was Mario Jorgensen, because the day before he got some sprint points, and those bonus seconds gave him a better place than the rest of the team. So when Visma Lisa Bike went into the team time trial, chances are if they won the time trial, then Matteo will go into the yellow jersey. But Matteo is only 6 seconds ahead of Jonas Vingegaard. Now, we know that Jonas is the man that they are riding for, but it's also a good look for Visma, is because Matty Jorgensen won the Pyrenees last year, and he won it as the best young rider as well too, which is a pretty cool and awesome thing. But so he has a number one on his back, and then he gets to go back into the yellow jersey again. Almost like just I don't know if like a rite of passage, but it's pretty cool. He gets to wear the yellow jersey again. But we all know that Jonas is probably going to do his thing, like because the Queen stage is towards the end of the stage race, and it's nobody in the race that's going to come close. Visma Lisa Bike is looking like it's possibly going to be like a 1-2 for the final GC with Jonas Vingegaard, followed by Mario Jorgensen. So I do apologize for my voice and the way it sounds, but that's just the way things are looking like. So going back to the team time trial, Visma Lisa Bike, they finished like 14 seconds faster than Jaco Lula, who put in a pretty decent time. So Jaco Lula did they have the national champion from Australia? I'm not quite sure, but I have to go and look back. But Jaco Lula, they do have some power behind them, and to finish just 14 seconds down to Visma Lisa Bike, so that's Mario Jorgensen and Jonas Vingegaard. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So hold on to Jaco Lula for coming in second to Visma Lisa Bike. So here we see them like coming in for the last part of the last kilometer, and basically it starts off with the full team, which I believe is like 6 riders, but you only need 2 riders to finish. So it's what did they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7 riders. It starts with 7 riders, but you only need 2 riders to finish. And like the time stops at the end of when the second rider crosses the line. When the second rider crosses the line. So and that's what we are seeing here. So everyone else on the team basically buries themselves to get them to the finish line as fast as possible. And they won the time trial by 14 seconds. So it was a pretty convincing victory. They didn't need to like blow everybody out the water. They just needed to win. And even if they didn't win, it's no one that's going to be able to stand next to Jonas once they get in the mountains. So that's a look at Paris-Nice and how Jumbo Visma is probably just gonna roll everybody up. You like how to pronounce it better. Terreno Adriatico came down to a sprint finish, but we did have a young man from one of the smaller teams. He was in the breakaway for pretty much most of the day. He got an almost 4-minute gap. But here's the cruel thing. he's probably thinking like, I'm out here and I'm gonna get these points at the intermediate. I believe it's the intermediate or KOM, one of the 2 points. But two Pulte riders came across and joined him, and then they worked the boy over. They worked him over, and they took the points from him. But he was able to get third because there's three of them. But they both worked him over, which was sort of cruel because the man had been out there on his own for quite some time, and to get two Pulte riders to come across and just take those top two spots. But hey, it is what it is. It's you have to be a competitor. You have to compete. So Pulte were the wisest. So when the Pulte guys went across, one of his teammates should have went with the Pulte guy, but I guess they weren't thinking on that. They weren't thinking that far ahead. But it is what it is. So he was in the break. The break got shut down at about 30K to go. There were quite a few crashes today. And why were the crashes? Because of moments, and because of, like, they say road furniture, but like the course, like the way it's just have a look at this roundabout and the speed today, going into the roundabout. Like, if you're looking at the roundabout, they probably should have went the long way around because it probably would have been a whole lot safer because at the speed that they're going to, and they're like 5, 6, 7, 8 wide, and the peloton trying to zigzag through there, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide. Nah, that probably wasn't the best idea. So just like hindsight's 2020, they probably should have went the long way around the roundabout instead of like cutting across it because that wasn't the safest way. And luckily, on that thing, on that, like, but in this particular roundabout, no one came off or got taken down because it was pretty close, pretty tight, and pretty sketchy. Um, but then we come down to the final sprint, and before the final sprint, we had the Jacob Lula, whose main sprinter, as Dylan Groenewegen, I believe is Dylan Groenewegen. He crashed at 10K to go, and it's like, that's not a good place to go because then the speed just gets up, massive, massive. But two of the Jacob Lula guys dropped back and paced them back to the group, and they finally got on with like 4 kilometers to go. Speed is ramped up, and the chances of getting to the front are not that great. I think he got like up to like about 30th place before they hit that last turn. And once they hit that last turn, if you were in 10 from the front, you had no chance at all. But once they hit that last turn, we had Chuck Little on the front with an amazing leader, just doing an amazing job, and led out Jonathan Milan. I almost said Tim, but Jonathan Milan. And the one thing about Jonathan Milan, I don't care what kid he's in, you recognize who he is by the movement of the body. He does a lot, but he does what he needs to do to win, and he win again. He did today. And the man is a once. He's a big unit. Once he gets that power going, I'm surprised the bike ain't break under all of the stress and pounding and pushing he's putting on the bike. But it is what it is. Jonathan Milan won the stage today, and I don't know. I think that's like 5 or 6 wins for him so far for the season, and he is definitely on fire. And the Tour de France is going to be interesting. So if we have Jonathan Milan and Tim Muller in the Tour de France, it's going to be pretty. And Jasper Philipsen, it's going to be pretty tough. Benny's gonna have his hands full, trying to defend that green jersey. So we will see. We haven't seen much of Benny. We know Benny's back in Eritrea. Congratulations. His wife just had a child and stuff, so a new child. So congrats to Benny. And yeah, we're just looking forward to the tour. And yeah, so in the next video, I got to talk about Hoagie and some of the things Pogacar and some of the things that people are saying about him, and if he was to possibly do Paris Roubaix, which I think he can do Paris Roubaix, but we'll get into it. We'll talk about Tadej Pogacar and doing Paris Roubaix, and not even so much about doing Paris Roubaix, but some of the stuff that people have said about whether he should do it or not, and also I want to look at the preparation between Jonas Vingegaard and Tadej Pogacar. So two totally different paths to success. But anyway, it is what it is. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one. Sever your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.